Hi, my name is Don Ralph, and I welcome you guys to the FilAfrik Podcast. So, what is this FilAfrik Podcast all about? The FilAfrik Podcast is all about sharing the African experience, showing the world our African entrepreneurs right here in Canada doing great things and making great achievement. So, today we have a special guest. His name is Chez. He's into the photography business, all things creativity, photography, content creation, video editing, and he has taken this to another level right here in Canada. So I'll let him introduce himself. Doro, welcome. Nice. Thank you to have you here, Chez. So no need for me to do the introduction. You are no Odogu now, so just go straight off to your. Who is Chez?
So, my name is Chuka. Chuka is a bureau from Nigeria, Abia State of Nigeria. I am the founder and CEO of Chez Imagery, a photography outfit based in London, Ontario, but available to travel in Ontario and within and above Ontario, right? So, nice to be here. Nice to have this conversation with you, Don Ralph.
To meet you. So I'll go straight to it because the FilAfrik is all about sharing the African experience, inspiring other African entrepreneurs in diaspora to see that how they can conquer their challenges. People think that when you're in Canada, is difficult coming into the entrepreneurial business line, and some people don't even know how to go about it.
Yeah.
I know with your experience today, we want to shed more light to someone watching this and thinking, how can I go into either the photography business, content creation, videography, or any other business at all? So, what is the major challenge I would say you faced while doing your business or setting your business up in Canada?
Okay, I think I will start with a brief introduction of what my business is and how I started my business. I started my business sometime in 2014. Yes, that was when the thought of being a photographer came into my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So I had just finished from the university. Yeah, I'd finished from the university. I just finished serving actually. So after serving,
Back in Nigeria.
Back in Nigeria, yes. Back in Nigeria. So I was now thinking of what can I do? How will I just go back home without any skill or will I just go back home and stay? There was no job offer, there's nothing to do. And I studied mechanical engineering.
Wow.
Yeah, I studied mechanical engineering. So I now ran into a friend that was already into videography. And their videography was, unlike what videography is really a big one right now, then it was really slow and everything. And he encouraged me to get a camera. I got the camera, and that's
The rest is
history, as you say. Yeah. So, but that was how I started photography. Okay. Now, back to your question. You were talking of the challenges.
Yeah. So moving all the way from Nigeria to Canada,
It was not easy. It was not easy. But the good thing was that I didn't have an idea of what life was going to be like in Canada. Yeah, because first of all, as an entrepreneur in Nigeria, an established entrepreneur in Nigeria, you already know where the next client is coming from. It's not like you're not at the mercy of people. Once you know your craft, you have a physical office, you have a good online presence. You already know. And I had a working studio. So people, some days I used to have 10 clients, 15 clients, and it was that easy. But coming to Canada, I already thought, I think we may just continue. I'll just continue on that note. But it's a totally different terrain because moving to a new country, you have to unlearn certain things and learn new things. Doing business in Nigeria and doing business in Canada is not the same at all. The way you handle your clients, the way you position yourself, the way everything is totally different. So, and moving at somebody that moved into a new country at that age, because I was already more than 30 when I came to Canada. So it was a bit more difficult on learning certain characters. I think that was the major challenge I faced. Yes, because secondly, you know how it is in Canada. We all know how it is in Canada. It's not, you can't just say, I want to do one business and you think that business can sustain you or pay your bills and everything. So that was the same ideology I came into Canada with. I was like, once I come into Canada, and my camera day, everything day, I go back to this. Well, it's not like that, because by the time you're looking for clients, time is going and you have the next month bill to pay and small thread to me. So it was a crazy experience for me, I must tell you, because so those were certain challenges that I faced. As someone that was already a full-time entrepreneur in Nigeria, I thought if I come in here, I get to just continue on that note. But coming here and seeing that I had to pay my rent monthly, I had to pay every bill monthly. It was really devastating after the first few months.
I can imagine.
Thank God. The rest they say was history rather.
Okay, for those who are not in Canada or maybe you have home in Nigeria, you don't understand what he said. So in Nigeria, we pay our rent every year, right? You pay your house rent once. You are done.
Yeah.
It's just one job, just fits like this.
With one cup, you've paid every day.
Relax, and we buy our cars outrightly, because funny enough, that's actually a very interesting topic. I was sitting with one of a Canadian and we're having a discussion. I'm like, in Nigeria, we buy our cars outright.
Yeah.
That's why you see most people hustle, and maybe before you have a car, maybe you'll be like the working class, 25, 30 something.
Yes,
buy your
car. Yes.
But right here, 16, 18, they already have a car because of the installment plan
And everything.
all that. So, I understand what you're saying. But now let's look at navigated your challenge. So how would you say you broke into this market, knowing these challenges? But first of all, before things worked out, did you get a 9 to 5 first?
Okay, so when I came in, I got a 9 to 5. That was the first thing I did.
Oh, yeah.
So when I got the 9 to 5, it's not strange. I don't want to. The whole change. There's some things I don't want to remember. But the whole change, it was yeah. So the first day, that's why I said there's a lot of unlearning to do when you come into Canada.
So give us one.
Yes.
Yeah, just one is
work ethic.
Okay,
You can't. Meanwhile, in Nigeria, to an extent, I had a job in Nigeria. I had another job in Nigeria, but it was a government job. So, government job, I'm not trying to lash civil servants, but you know what it is. Yeah, everything is really slow paced, and it's
job security.
There's job security. It's really an easy job. But I came in here and I got a job in a warehouse, in a factory, because I was seeing all the money I came to Canada with, I was seeing it go. In fact, after paying the first month's house rent, everything was almost gone. So I knew I needed to get a job. So I got a job and I was not satisfied, because I told myself, I can't, if I stay here it's paying my bills, right? Mm-hmm. But if I continue with this job, at some point, I would end up being depressed, because I can't continue to do a job where I don't have time for myself. Then I was working 12 hours. Yeah, so you have to be there, and it was out of London. I'll be there by 7. Then I'll leave there by 7. I didn't have a driver's license. Sometimes I wouldn't even know how I would come back. So it was crazy. But that is always as I tell people, you must pay the price. You must pay the price. If you don't pay the price, then you won't appreciate what it feels like being a self-employed person. You must pay the price. So I paid the price. I worked for like 6 months before I saw that, my business was able to sort me out. Yeah, so I was immediately I got to that level where my business was paying me better than what I was earning as a 9-to-5 person. I just left the 9-to-5 because I was like, let me just, instead of going there stressing myself, let me just do business and focus on my craft. And
So has it paid off?
yes, I'll say it has paid off. It has paid off. Like, I would like to say it has paid off.
A new person, I just landed in Canada. Like, I just entered the airport, and I be great or like you, man, home, be it in Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, anywhere. And I'm like, what should I do? So this is me now. My name is John Raf. I'm from Ghana, Kenya, Cameroon, South Africa. I'm just landing and I'm watching this for the first time. And I'm watching it right now and I'm like, okay, what should I do if I want to get into your industry as a creative, be it as a photographer, videographer, or any other business like that? So how will you advise me? Let's focus on your business. People that want to be creators like you, so what would you advise them to do from A to Z?
Okay, so what worked for me may not work for another person, right? But I'll just put up some of the things that I think I did right.
Okay.
Yes, I'll use myself as an example.
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, the first step is to join a community.
Join a community.
Yes. So once you join a community, then you have your first set of potential clients, right? And once you have your first set of potential clients, which is from the community, let me use London for example. London has, I don't know the numbers, but there are a lot of African families in London. Nigerians, Cameroonians, Ghanaians, Rwandese, people from Rwanda, Uganda, different countries. And I can tell you, only Cameroon this year, I've shot at least 10 Cameroon families this year.
Wow.
Yes. So, start with Nigeria because
your home country.
Let's start with your home country, where at least there's no much language barrier. You can meet people.
Okay.
Offer to collaborate with them. One of the first things I did was to offer to collaborate with the Nigerian Association of London and area. I cannot talk about my business without mentioning them because that was the game changer. I must tell you the truth. It was a game changer because when the first event I had with them, I came, in lots of families. I was taking pictures of various families and I created a gallery of all the pictures and I sent them the links and everybody was downloading. I was seeing everybody download their pictures and some of them were texting me. Even there was a family that told me to send my Interact.
Oh.
And they sent me a tip. I had like 2 families that did that, right? And while they were downloading those pictures, I was having their emails.
Oh,
So
nice.
those emails, some of them I told them if you want to opt out from maybe promotional mails and all that, you can opt out. So a lot of them, from time to time, I send them mails telling them about my business, and from time to time they always come back to me, right? So
Email marketing.
email marketing, yes. So that is one of the things that really helped me.
Okay.
You should understand, every business person should understand the power of having contacts. When you don't have, if you have contacts, if you have a way of getting people's contacts, then it's a game changer. I was also in the WhatsApp groups, and the WhatsApp groups also helped. You could always, they had days you can post your businesses and everything, and those were the major things that push the business. You understand? Those are the major things that push the business. So joining a community is number one. First of all, join a community. You start with your country. Then the second thing that really pushed my business was collaboration. Joining a community, collaboration is part of it, but when I mean collaborations, look for other business people
Within
our community.
and offer services like maybe free or
Yes.
we should offer free.
No. I won't say you should offer free, right?
Okay.
I won't say you should offer free. Discounted, yes. It can always discount. Because even Nala, when I did every time I worked for them, they paid me.
Okay.
Right? They paid
So
me.
in business,
And that was an encouragement because I was working for them.
and you
I
were
was getting contacts.
okay.
I was getting tips.
Okay.
They were still paying me, and that was a form of encouragement, right?
So you say in business, never offer for free?
No, I would say you shouldn't ever offer for free, but you should also understand that you need to be committed. Yes, because you know how this place is. If someone gives you a free, let's say you offer to do something for free at a specific time,
Yeah.
and someone now comes with a business, a paid job for that same time, you may end up disappointing, and you don't want to disappoint anyone, right?
Hard for you.
And most people here understand these things, so that's why they always tell you, oh, see, lock down these dates.
Yeah.
Of course, social media. We can't rule out the power of social media. You're not someone I should tread this on, but at least let me say it for the benefit of people that are not really social media friendly. Social media is power. Everything is happening on social media. The way you use intentionality, you have to be intentional. Intentionality. When you're making a post on Instagram,
Okay.
the hashtags you use. Do you know the power of using a hashtag? Photographer in London, Ontario. Do you know the power of doing hashtag photographer in London, Ontario? Or hashtag, see what I was doing. I'll do hashtag photographer in London, Ontario. I'll do hashtag London, Ontario.
Yeah.
Hashtag Ontario. Hashtag Nigerians in Ontario. So somehow, if you put London, Ontario, you will see, if you even type London, Ontario now on Instagram, you'll see my pictures everywhere. Because I knew I needed to be intentional. The only challenge I'm having till now is like breaking into, because most times people go to your social media, what they see is what they want. If the people that's non-Africans go to my social media, they say, most of the people here.
So they just stereotype you to be an African photographer.
Yes, you're an African photographer. It's not their fault because your catalog doesn't have anything that would invite them to do business with you. So that is still like Canadian experience. They don't see you like, this guy may not know how to retouch the color of my skin. So they will just leave it. The same way some other people look at it and say, oh, this guy, like right now I have a lot of Cameroon clients because one person puts photographer, search for photographer in London, Ontario, and my picture came out and she's like, oh, this guy does a lot of black people.
Right.
And from there, I've had 1,000, an uncountable number of Cameroonian clients from her. I was able to break into their community and also do things with their community. So those are the major things: collaboration, social media, then community. Those are the three major things that I would advise anybody starting photography to focus on.
Okay, so we're heading from Chez, and if you do not take anything away from this, the power of social media, the collaborative spirit, and also joining a community. So don't just come to Canada and just be on your own. I feel like you can just, blow per se.
Yeah.
So you should be able to know that this is a new terrain and you can actually get that market reach by collaboration, community, and most importantly, social media. And in case you are listening to this and you're like, I'm not good at social media, I don't know how to even start, or I don't even know how to sell myself or package what I do, that's what FilAfrik is about. So if you can actually send us an email and we'll get back to you on how to start up your business, how you can strive right here in Canada, no matter the business you're doing. So we have experts, different fields, people like Chez, they can mentor you, you can learn from them. And it's all about growing the African experience, African entrepreneurship. And thank you, Chez, for today. I think you've given us so much value and we really appreciate you. So tell us where we can, see Chez. Like, you want to see your portfolio gallery, where do we go to?
Okay, so for my portfolio, on Instagram, you can check Chez Imagery, at Chez Imagery.
Imagery, that's
Imagery, Chez Imagery, That's my Instagram, that's my major, and my number, 647-833-9082.
Yes, and you've heard it from him. I mean, go check his portfolio out. He's a wonderful and fantastic photographer, right? Right, and you guys check it out, but he tried to be humble. Check his portfolio out on Instagram and you understand what I'm saying. If you're looking at for family portraits, maybe you want to have your, what do you call that thing? I'm not a photography, but what do you call that?
Maternity shoots.
No,
Headshot.
Sure. Yes, that would be professional headshots for your LinkedIn page, and you want that professional look. He's your man. Every other thing you want to do around photography, event photography, weddings, birthdays, he's your man. So, and if you're watching this, just tell him you saw him from FilAfrik, and he might give you a discount. Don't send it.
Discount,
So just say, I got you from FilAfrik, and you get that discount straight up. Thank you guys for watching, and if you did enjoy this episode, please subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up. Now, final words from you, Mr. Chez. Can I call you Mr. Chez?
Yes. So last word, I want to use this opportunity to thank the FilAfrik team for the amazing job they're doing with helping the African business space and everything. Another thing I want to say is the need to embrace the social media space now. I want to advise everybody that is watching to understand that content is key. Anything you can do to get any form of content at all, it is key. And don't even look at it that you don't have potential viewers or potential clients or potential audience, because even if you're a stammerer, I tell people, even if you're a stammerer, there are possibly up to 20 million stammerers in the world. If you create content as a stammerer, you have a potential 20 million people that we want to know how you do this as a stammerer.
And also you end up encouraging others.
I end up encouraging, but you have a lot of people. You end up encouraging all these people. These are people that are like you, or people that maybe have same challenge with you. So you understand. So that's what I'm saying. You have the audience, you have the content. Go out there, create content. Go out there, go join a business. Audience will always come, and if you have a problem, or if you face any challenge along the way, then there are professionals like FilAfrik to guide you properly. Thank you.
In fact, all I have to say is subscribe to the channel because we have more coming, and I'll see you guys on the next one. My name is Don Ralph. Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You guys.
All right.